Hey guys, it's Morgan Zegers, and if you've been on social media this week, you've probably seen many crazy videos of what's happening in Cuba, as its people rise up against the communists who have been in control since the 1960s. Here's my thoughts. First, we need to stand with the people of Cuba against these evil communists. No ifs, ands, or buts. Second, don't get your hopes up thinking that the Biden administration will stand with the people of Cuba. Our government, controlled by radical leftists at this point, becomes more like Cuba's leftist regime by the day. Spying on American citizens, politicizing our military, trying to pass socialist policy, weaponizing the DC bureaucracy against conservative thought leaders like Tucker Carlson, and locking us down for the pandemic as if we're in some authoritarian regime and not a republic of citizens represented by temporary elected officials. I could go on. But here's my point. Even though the American people are going through their own very serious issues, I know that we will stand by those freedom-loving Cubans as they fight the communists that destroyed their own country. Third, now according to multiple studies and polls, a majority of young Americans would choose socialism over capitalism. There are many factors leading to this ignorance, including the fact that we were raised pretty spoiled with participation trophies. But a main reason is our education system. Yes, we hear about the bad parts of the 20th century. Every student should. But the problem is what we don't hear. We hear about Lenin, we hear about Stalin and Mao and Castro, but all we're really told about these evil, murderous dictators is exactly that they're evil, murderous dictators. We aren't taught how or why they came to power, by promising justice, equality, freedom, and services and benefits for all. Sound familiar? It's almost like we're hearing these same promises in America today, from American socialists. Oh yeah, we are. So considering history paints a very vivid picture of what happens next after you fall for these promises, and we can literally see what happens thanks to what's going on in Cuba, why are Americans unable to reject the same promises from the dangerous leftists in America today? It's because the left controls the narrative by controlling our education system. Our education system does not properly teach us the connection between how socialists come to power and what happens once they are actually implementing these socialist plans. That leads me to my fourth and final point. How we respond to what is happening in Cuba is a huge deal. We must make sure the purpose of the current revolt in Cuba is fully understood by young Americans. Do not let the mainstream media and propaganda wings of the leftist government here distort and lie to the American people, especially millennials and Gen Z. The Cubans are fighting for freedom. They're fighting against communism and socialism. They are fighting to be able to live freely the way we do in America and take for granted. Americans must understand this basic truth if we're going to preserve freedom in our country as well.